I'm Doug Warf, president of the Carolina Hurricanes and Lenovo Center. I oversee the business operations for the Carolina Hurricanes and Lenovo Center. That's anything from sales and marketing to day-to-day ops to building maintenance and kind of anything and everything in between. When I went to NC State, I still had the love for sports. I could tell that I was not going to make it as a professional athlete, so I kind of pivoted my thought process. The Hurricanes had just come in. I got an internship, and then I started to learn the business of sports, and I think that's as fascinating as playing sports. As a communication major, I think one thing you learn is that communication's at the base of everything that you do. Whether it's sales, whether it's talking internally, whether it's talking externally, communication's vital. So I think my degree helped me understand that how you work with people, how you influence people, comes from a lot of times how you communicate with people. And that's a vital piece. Also, I think I had a lot of people who helped me learn that I didn't know everything, which was a great thing to learn when I was in college. I think back to my time at college, I think of it as a few ways at NC State. One is the classes I took, and those were important. I think what you learn, there's a handful of things. One is time management. When I was at State, I took a full course load every semester. I had an internship pretty much every semester starting my sophomore year. And I tried to stay fairly active socially. So you learn balance, and you learn how you have to balance pieces. You learn time management through that. And then you learn when you overextend yourself. And I think those were the key things that I used then that I still use today, is that you hit those walls a lot of times. You need to know what your checkpoints are on it. And then I think you also have to have people to talk to. And I used my professors a lot when I was at State of, okay, I'm hitting a wall, how do I handle this? And I think a lot of those things that were foundational for me being on my own for the first time as a college student are things that I still utilize today and will hopefully continue to utilize. I was in the public relations kind of vertical inside of communication. And there was a quote that came out that if you can't sell yourself, you can't sell anything. And it was a get to the basis of what you're trying to communicate. How do you get things across? And that was a good thing that just kind of got burned into my brain of, all right, be direct, learn what you're pitching, learn how you're talking about it. I think I use that a lot, especially now as we're entering things where there's arena renovations or outside development pieces. You learn that you have to have your talking points, you have to stay on track. And I think the communication department really helped me with that. I think a big part of what we're doing right now with both the arena renovations inside and the development outside the entertainment district, it's change. And I think what you need to learn early on is that change sometimes can be concerning. So the best way to overcome that is by open communication. And so the more that we can talk about it, we can showcase what we're doing, we can talk about timelines, the more people feel better about what's going on. The vision we have is great. And the vision we see is fantastic. Our job is making sure the community sees that vision and understands it. Otherwise, it's easy when there's no communication to live in fear of what change might look like. What CHAS did for me is it challenges the way you think. You come in with this idea of, okay, I'm going to be a communication major, I'm going to work in PR, I'm going to work in broadcast. The things that you take is the surrounding activities where you learn how to do research, where you learn philosophy, where you question ideas, where you question existence, where you question your beliefs. I think that's what our society needs more than ever right now. So I think for me, CHAS is as important as it's ever been.